Let's go! Chelsea have progressed in the Champions League, beating Dortmund 2-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. My name is Caleb, otherwise known as the Critic Kebab, and welcome to the FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode series, where we follow along in real time as things unfold. And what a night it was. It was one of those experiences where there was just so much negativity, so much tension, so many question marks over what would happen, what the result would be. Would Potter be able to get these players to get this important result over the line? And we did. So very thankful. This man is Mr. Champions League. He always steps up in the biggest moments and delivers when he needs to. And I know, yes, he missed the first penalty, but then he stepped back up for the second one and ice cold delivered it the exact same way and buried it in that bottom right hand corner with the stutter. Absolutely loved it. I'm so glad that it was funny. In the pre-match press conference, Potter confirmed that with the departure of Jorginho, Kai Havertz would be the designated penalty taker. And that very next game, he is thrust into the limelight, put in that spotlight, and given the opportunity to put the Blues ahead and confirm our place in the last 8 of this tournament. I'm so happy for Havertz. I think he played so very well. And it was interesting too, because what I found most interesting about his role in that game is that he kind of played a little bit deeper, more of that attacking midfielder role that he was so good at when we bought him from Leverkusen. That's what we expected from him under Frank Lampard. Things never, happened that way, especially when Tuchel came into the team. But to see the way Potter set up, it was almost like a left forward and a right forward with Sterling and João Felix ahead of Havertz. And he was playing a little bit deeper, more of that attacking midfielder role. So I thought that was really interesting to see those three link up in that way, considering Havertz has always been sort of the deepest man forward and played that striker role. Whereas in this, it looked like Sterling and Felix were the furthest forward. But I was very happy to see how well they all played together, even though I do think Sterling was slightly off the pace and lacking that confidence, especially, on the few opportunities he did get. I know he scored the goal, but even that looked like a huge blunder, and he was able to recover and absolutely rocket launcher it into the back of the net past the goalkeeper. So, with that all being said, in this episode, we're going to get straight into the game and I'm going to discuss all my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this win in the comments below. Wow, I cannot believe it. We got the job done. I thought we would, but whew, what a feeling it is to win in the Champions League. I have to say, Graham Potter had so much pressure coming into this game. The weight of the world was on his shoulders. And I know he got a positive result at the weekend just gone against Leeds, but that's a game we should definitely always be winning. Coming into the round of 16, it's such a huge atmosphere, it's such a massive occasion, and he knew that coming in, and Stamford Bridge was absolutely pumping from minute 1 to minute 90, and I'm so very thankful for that, because I do think it spurred the boys on to get the job done. And I think Potter did a really good job with how he set up the team. He got his tactics really good, and everyone delivered on their roles and got the job done. So from that perspective, you've got to give Potter credit, because as a manager, it is your job to improve the players, to make them play in a way that's defensively solid, but also creates chances in order to score goals. And Chelsea has shown promise, have shown the fact that they can get into attacking opportunities and can get shots on goal, but we just struggle to get the ball in the net. So from a managerial perspective, you can't really blame Potter for the recent shortcomings that we've had, because at the end of the day, it's the players that have to do the job on the field. And I think the first leg against Dortmund and this game have demonstrated that Chelsea can play in the big games and play really smart attacking football, especially when we play with the 3 centre-backs at the back with the 2 wing-backs. I think that's the best system that we've got with the players at our disposal. And it's something that Potter's going to have to stick with going forward. And that was meant to be a cross, not a slide tackle. And I think we're going to get a yellow card here with James again early in this game. Yep, it's a yellow card. Even the defense I thought was super solid. Oh, get there. Good tackle with Fofana. He was absolutely immense at the back. Being partnered with Koulibaly to his right and then having Cucurella to the left of that, I thought was an interesting choice. I was thinking Chalobah might play in that position considering Badiashile is unavailable for selection in the Champions League. But Cucurella, he came into the team and he's come under some scrutiny recently, but... Oh, that was meant to go to Mudryk, who's received it now. Ooh, unlucky there. But Potter did say that yes, he has struggled behind the scenes, but he still worked hard. He got his opportunity and he absolutely deserved man of the match. He played so well, just always closing down the Dortmund attackers, getting into those positions that he was, creating attacks and allowing Chilwell to advance up the field, which is his job. And I thought he was so good, looked confident on the ball, solid in defense, and I was very impressed with how Cucurella played tonight. So thankfully he did his job, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come moving forward, because he's had a shaky start to his Chelsea career, but he's definitely one of those players I think will be very useful and a great backup left wing back option for Chilwell if he gets injured again, which I hope does not happen, because again he was huge. Oh, Juventus coming down the other end. João Felix gets the ball out to Havertz. Gets it out to Chilwell. Oh, he's found Havertz. Come on. Good build-up play, but we got to find something at the end of it. Ah, gets pinched off him. He's like one of those scam artists overseas that pick your pockets with their sleight of hand when you least expect it. Very unfortunate for Mudryk there. Juventus now going to come down the other way. Oh, it's a great pass in behind. McKennie not able to get past the defender there. Badiashile does his job. Now we push it back into the midfield area. Well done, boys. Oh, great interception. Get it out to Mudryk. Can we get a counter-attack going? Time the pass to Havertz, which we have, but the defender did a good job of closing it down there. Alright, the key here is just to not make any mistakes so that they can get a pass in behind. Getting those good interceptions. And then hopefully counter-attacking in a really swift and decisive manner. Oh, again, not the person I wanted to go to. Can we find someone with their head? We've got a lot of short players up top, so probably not the best idea unless we're hitting Havertz directly on his noggin. Come on. I can't wait for Kante to get fit, man. Oh, it's going to be so exciting to see him back in the midfield. It's been like 6 months, I think. He got injured on like the second game day of the Premier League season in that Tottenham fixture. And we have sorely missed him. And I think he'll be a great player to have. Maybe they doesn't always play 90 minutes, but maybe a super sub or someone that we can just put on at the start of the game to be really solid in midfield. And then bring on Zakaria or Loftus-Cheek to be able to lock up the midfield towards the dying stages of the game, which Zakaria did do in the game against Dortmund. Alright, 0-0 so far, but I do think that if we time our counter-attacks properly, we will be able to get a goal away from home and set us up quite well for the return leg at Stamford Bridge. Juventus, obviously not a bad team. Got some good players. Oh, here we go. It's in! What a goal! What a pass from Kai Havertz. One that was unintentional, but it got to to this man, João Felix. And I think that's actually his first goal in the career mode. And I cannot believe that we've got a goal in that fashion. The defenders just kept sitting back, and the audacious pass by Havertz there finds the number 11. Felix with his silky feet on the outside of the foot just buries it past the goalkeeper. Chesney had absolutely no chance, and Graham Potter fist bumps in game just like he did in real life. Oh, it was so good to see Potter happy. Over the last couple of weeks, and maybe even months, it just really is depressing to see our manager under so much pressure and so much scrutiny in the media. And to actually see a smile on his face and see him fist bumping and on the sidelines, passionate, giving instructions, delivering messages to his players. I love that sort of stuff. And that's stuff that Tuchel used to do all the time, and I just loved every second of it. And we haven't seen as much with Potter. He's looked like a ghost on the sidelines at some occasions, and you could really see him come into his own. But, a manager can do those things when his team is playing well. When his players aren't doing what is expected of them, it allows the manager to kind of sink into their little hidey hole, if that makes sense. And that happened a lot towards the end of Lampard's era. Oh, risky pass, but didn't get closed down. Oh, can Enzo create something here? Kante's now provided an option. Oh, Mudryk, surely. Oh, he decided to go near post. I was thinking maybe I could have powered it, but I thought it was going to get blocked, so I decided to go near post instead. All right, let's send everyone to the near post and just whip it in. Oh, Fofana gets a shot off. James is going to get a second dig at it. Mudryk with the scissor kick on the edge of the box. Speaking of edge of the box, I think probably is now a good time to talk about the controversial element of the game. Obviously, the handball itself, I think it's a clear handball. I don't understand how anyone could think differently. Me being an Aussie, watching the game in the early morning, I had to listen to our broadcasters post-game talk about how it was such a ludicrous decision, and how's a defender meant to get away with that, and what he's got his hand by his side, what else is he meant to do? That whole conversation, right? And I'm of the opinion, what happened there? Was that a foul? Yeah, it was. Jeez. I was befuddled as to what happened there. But they were saying, he has his hand towards his side. It's a natural movement. What's he meant to do? And I'm thinking, as a defender, you should have your hands either directly at your side, stuck to you like glue, or you should have your hands behind your back. That's what smart defenders do. That's what good defenders do. And he did not do that, the defender in question. I think it was Wolf, if I remember correctly. Anyway, his hand is out, away from his body, and it stops across coming into the box. That was a terrible pass. Therefore, if his hand wasn't there, the ball would have entered the box and would have led to a creative attacking opportunity. And he stopped that. So I think it's a clear penalty. And I understand, the neutrals might get a bit, they might question it. And the Dortmund fans will say clear, no penalty. And the Chelsea fans will say penalty. So I understand it's one of those situations, a bit controversial, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to have to wait for those refereeing decisions to go your way. And it went to VAR, and I think it was the right call. So, all right, let's get this out to... Oh, that was meant to go to Felix then. James got in the way. Oh, good defending. Stepping up at the right times, but Juventus are able to slip through, and Thiago Silva easily making the cutout there. Can we get it out to James? No, failed. Fofana's now got to cover up the space while James tracks back. I thought James had a pretty quiet day as well in the game against Dortmund. He didn't get as many opportunities to get forward and attack. He was reserved to his defensive duties, which is fair enough, as is his job most of the time, to defend as that right-sided defender. All right, nothing up forward for us here. Oh, risky pass, almost got caught out. Enzo Fernandez, the absolute engine in midfield. Here we go, good passing here by Chelsea. Oh, could have got it back to Chilwell maybe. Gets it out to João. Ah, gets taken off him again. Come on, we got to lock it up here. Can't be conceding late. That's the last thing we want, especially going into the second leg, is to be level. If we can get away with a 1-goal advantage, I'd be happy with that. And it also has been a while since we've actually got a win in the career mode. So, 85th minute. I haven't even made use of any of my substitutions yet. I think now might be the time. Havertz has done his job. He's gotten to those opportunities up forward, but he hasn't got the goal. But I've been impressed. Gallagher, oh, he was amazing when he came on. Really created some opportunities for us up forward, as well as looking pretty solid in that midfield three with Zakaria and Loftus-Cheek. And I think I might bring Cucurella on for Badiashile. And no, I'm going to leave Kante on. He can get the job done in the center of the park. And I think that's the rest of the changes that we'll do. So let's get them straight onto the field now. 86th minute. Oh, what a pass is that? Is he offside? He is offside. The clock is now the biggest enemy of Juventus here. I think we're going to be able to get away with it, but it's not over until it's over. Oh, bad touch. Oh! I thought the touch was by Mount was so terrible that the opportunity went away. But Aubameyang was somehow able to get into a pocket of space, and he absolutely blunders the shot. Instead of punching through the ball, he's pushed it over with the side foot. Not a good strike by Aubameyang there. Alright, 90th minute has now officially struck. 2 minutes are to be added on. And I think we'll do some game management. We'll just keep possession. Juventus are not actually stepping up, surprisingly. And I think it's going to allow us to get to full time in a very safe manner. We might even... Oh, it's a terrible pass. But there goes the full-time whistle. We have secured a 1-0 win in the Champions League round of 16, leg 1. And I'm so very happy that we have finally got a win in the career mode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Obviously, João Felix steps up and gets the winning goal in this game. But I thought it was a really good team performance. Obviously, Mudryk coming in for the injured Sterling, who will be out for the rest of the season in the career mode. But it's only half time. Much work to be done in the second leg, but certainly off to a good start. That would probably be my only question mark with regards to Potter in the game against Dortmund, is his substitutions towards the end of the game. Whilst I thought Gallagher came on and did a really good job, I was thinking that it would have been a good opportunity to get Loftus-Cheek on earlier because he has the height to his advantage, and I suspected in the moment around the 60th, 70th minute that Dortmund were going to start taking control of the game and just start lobbing balls into the box. And Loftus-Cheek being back to defend, I thought would have been good for us. But Potter, he made the changes he did at the times that he did, and we still got a positive result. So maybe there's criticism to be had, but we got the job done, and that's all that matters. A hard-fought win. Are you favourites for the semis now? A great result, but it's only half-time. That's what I just said previously. It's the truth. And we have to go to Stamford Bridge and still perform. Was Sterling missed today? We can cope without him. We've got so many attacking players at our disposal. Mudryk will be coming in and playing in that left attacking midfield position. A player that I also thought should have come on as a substitute. When Pulisic come on, I was like, why? He's just come back from injury. Probably not the best option. And I thought Mudryk, with his pace, with his flair, with his attacking prowess, he would have been the perfect opportunity. It would have been the perfect opportunity for him to come on and be making those runs on the counter in behind that Dortmund defense. But he didn't come on, and I don't know why. Is there a reason? Why is Pulisic preferred over Mudryk? I don't know. Definitely a question mark that I hope is answered in the games to come. Just one goal in it. Are you happy with today's performance? We gave ourselves something to hang on to. That's a good answer. Now that we have solidified our spot in the next stage of this tournament, I think it's imperative that Graham Potter puts all his eggs into one basket and puts everything into winning this competition, because if we win the trophy, we will secure Champions League football next season, which I think is probably impossible going how our league performances are at the moment. In saying that, I don't want us to fall off a cliffside of the Premier League. I still want us to compete and have a respectable finish. but I think the Champions League is now our number one priority. And Todd Bowley has backed Graham Potter through all the terrible things that has been going on over the last couple of weeks and months. And I think his faith was rewarded with Graham Potter getting the job done against Dortmund. And it was this man, Kai Havertz, that scored the penalty that secured our win. And I am so happy that we have progressed, because I was dreading the fact that I might have to make a video and it'd be a really depressing one, you know, talking about us being knocked out of the Champions League, being out of all of the competitions, and us completely stinking out the Premier League. And now we have something to look forward to, not only in real life, but in the career mode, because we have so much silverware to be competing for. Of course, if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Come on, you Blues. We're through to the next round. Comment your thoughts on all the stuff that happened in the game against Dortmund. I would love to hear your thoughts and engage in conversations down below. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure that notification button is turned on so that you get notified as soon as these videos go live. And I will be uploading another episode in the Career Mode series after the game against Leicester on the weekend in the Premier League. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Come on, you Blues!